great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
Up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
The extra point.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He juked him, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Eagles.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
With the give to Ezekiel.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. We're going to 54 right here. Wide, get wide. Big the edge. Go.
And that'll set him back 5. Second down, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Number 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
31, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On the play. First down, Philadelphia.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage.
But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 47. Kill.
Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
35-yard.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Kill.
This is Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, Hurts. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
Hurts
at the 27-yard line.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Number 31.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here's Pollard. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
2nd down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case,
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 43.
A first down carry by Elliott. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Caught by the tight end Hurts. And a good tackle there right around the 30 stops him short of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. At 25. Hey, kill. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
He's brought down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
57 is Mike 57. Watch the screen. Check nine. Alert 3.
They'll run with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Under 10. Check 24. Out.
Run for Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. At 25 is the Mike. We go 25 is the Mike. We own it. Switch. We're down to 54 right here.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Right. He's tight right here. Tight on the right. Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down. Watch the edge. Check. Shoot. Switch it. Hey.
Now Elliott. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brought down by Darius Slay. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Hey, switch gears. Undercrunch. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, check.
They go to Elliott again. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Kill. 27. I'm going to run you over.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Kill. 27. No.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Check. Under.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He's coming. We got double up. Watch the shift.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
Slam. We're going to 53. Check, Mike 57. Watch the pass. Kill.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's been a long day for you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 20.
Here's Elliott. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up.
Down and goal.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man here is Foster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action with Hurts. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Complete to Marquise Goodwin. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Check. Crunch. Jumper.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is Ertz with it, right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Hurts has it left side. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So the field goal got him back within 1 score. And now the focus lies on this onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 5.
And they take a knee. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.